It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Portland Riverhogs and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go! 15 line. 15 line.
Let's go.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes Pettis on the return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's crashing.
Now King from the gun, he'll throw. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Throwing on first down. King. Man open. It's Goodwin. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take 1 guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
Kill. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Pursue it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 2nd and 13. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
2nd and 11. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Let's go.
15 yards. And the 49er, 1st down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. King. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Check three.
Smooth.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Shit.
5.
2nd and 3. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Portland football here ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
He'll look to throw. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Go. Now.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And an alley to run. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big run there by Jones. And even 50 yards.
First down, Portland.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw here. Jones has it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's caught. Touchdown. Breshad Perriman there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Coleman. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. It's Pittsburgh. Hey, eat. Come on. Coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's King from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Slam.
Now.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
On the counter, here's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's got this one complete to Perriman. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
56. Check 56. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 56.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is King, operating from the gun. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, 1 set.
King now, off play action. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Take it at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Ready, set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Here we go. Hey, high 7.
56 to Mike.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. They give him a gain of 37.
Let's go.
Complete to Chris Godwin. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
One receiver to the left is Evans. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans. In the final seconds of the 1st half, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Gay is on for the point after. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. King, a final shot before break. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this 1st half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Go now. 50, plant.
56. 2 little seven.
80 weapon.
31. Check 31. Check. Crunch. 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 Shit.
Topper. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And, indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Ready. Turn to soft. Hey, Haywood.
Hey, we got 3 down. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go. Check it out.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Call that a gain of 11. Now back to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
X3, 218, chop.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Pettis. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down.
65.
Watch the shot. Kill.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo, deep ball for Goodwin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football, so there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the 2nd half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
11. Hey, Delta.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Let's go, defense. Let's get
21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Devin White able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Go.
Lost some.
Hey, Alpha.
Baby, that's baby shot.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Blue draw, Porker. Stick.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Check, 55, Mike.
Garoppolo to throw. He finds Coleman. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I got 11.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I got you.
21. 13.
Back to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Niners, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the open.